Hey.
Gang.
Yeah, bro.
What's up, dude?
10-minute
podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, it's way too short.
It's all right.
I was telling him. I said it should be longer than this.
I said, take a look at it. I told him to take a look at it.
Yeah, I wish you were here right now.
So, Dom Lacola.
Yeah.
So this is your... First of all, let's talk about how we know each other.
Yeah. Let's talk about
you are my best friend's little brother, who has since in our older years has become just as good of a friend as your older brother, which is kind of strange, but
it's definitely there was a changing of the tides.
Yeah. Well, no, it's still the tides haven't changed because your brother's still my best friend.
Right.
But
Right.
It
was quite the development, wasn't it?
It was. You and I are on like the same wavelength, I think, on a lot of things.
Yes. When we're using marijuana.
Yeah. But I don't because
don't.
I'm in corporate and I don't.
Oh yeah,
do that.
you don't use that.
Yeah, but
but if I do.
Yeah.
So
and
that's the only
good for you.
Yeah, that's the only perspective I've got. I heard life's all about perspective.
It
heard
is.
That?
Yes. So that's how I know you.
Yeah.
And
you said my friends used to talk shit. You said last week one time you were like, yeah, I remember coming over when you guys were just little kids and your friends were just talking mad shit to you.
Yeah,
all
because
weekend.
there was a killer, a 16-year-old killer, literally a murderer named Edward O'Brien. Look it up.
All right, I'll look it up.
And you got to look at it.
Yeah.
He killed some lady. He killed his friend's mom, and it was this big story in Boston. I should say we're from Boston.
That's terrible.
From Rosendale.
Yeah.
And I happened to look like Edward O'Brien, and you and your little friends called me. You were like, "Yo, bro, you look like Edward O'Brien," and got him. Meanwhile, like, I'm self-conscious because of that. From age 16 to 30.
You've carried it throughout your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how we know each other. And then, so later on in life, you started playing music. I was in a punk. I was in a punk rock, actually a punk ska band, with your brother as the singer.
Yeah, you guys were thorough.
We were good. Not.
I said you were thorough.
And so later on in life, you got interested in music, started playing.
Yeah, I was always interested in music, right. But there was a time when I didn't know how to play an instrument, so I would go to karaoke's. Like there was this one place we went before we were 21, and they would serve us drinks, and like my friends would be in there, and I'd like put a girl in the middle of the room on a chair, and I'd like sing her Seal, Kiss on a Rose.
Oh shit!
And I had a mohawk then. So
is this all real? Are you just kidding?
Yeah, that's real. No, I'm for real. And then my friends stopped wanting to come because they were like, dude, we don't want to fucking
watch you sing.
Yeah, we don't want to come here and pay money to watch you sing. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So. But
then you started doing YouTube videos or Facebook videos, I forget what it was, of you covering songs.
Yeah, and they were pretty bad.
But you have a good voice.
Well.
And so anyways, I started bringing you over to my house because I was just getting into recording.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of started playing music together.
Well, yeah. I mean, before that happened, I would drive to Rhode Island and take lessons with Sean. Sean.
I feel like that was simultaneous.
Was it?
Yeah.
They were on the same timeline?
Yep.
I think you're right in some regard. I'm never good with timelines. Like, I don't know years. That's one thing about me. Like, somebody can be like, oh, remember in 1999 when the and I'm like, no, dude. I told you I don't know when stuff happened, but I do recall that.
What honestly was that, like 2008, 2009, 8?
Yeah.
So I don't even know.
I really don't know.
I don't know.
Like, I would seriously have to think about it.
And also, so Rogan is a anchor in our relationship as well.
Yeah.
So oddly enough, Rogan was in a band that everyone knows called Big D and the Kids Table.
Hey, yay.
That I was a huge fan of.
Love that money.
I don't know about that, but he was in a band as a kid that I loved.
Yeah.
And ironically, like 10 years later, he knew a buddy of mine, and we all lived together. Like, so I was like, dude, I do love your band. It was kind of weird. But long story short, he's one of my really good friends, and he taught you lessons. And I don't know what he's saying right now.
He said you're a bitch.
Oh, he's a bitch too. We have that in common. But
I didn't.
oh, I love you too,
yeah,
bro.
He did say I love you.
Too.
Sorry, that's very different. Go ahead.
So the three of us somehow or other started playing music together.
Yeah, I think since we had that relationship already, we're in a way, my brother was more the anchor than anyone since he connected. Not the anchor, but like the connector,
Yeah.
And I recently learned, I told you this, we went on a road trip somewhere recently, me and you and I, my grandfather would kill me if you heard me say me and you. He'd be like, it's you and I. Thanks, Grampy. I still remember.
Actually, your brother's part of the grammar police as well,
so
he would also
really
correct you on that.
So I'm not really grammar police usually, but I have had some whiskey. So we were on the road, and what was I getting at?
I don't know.
Fuck. Oh yeah, my name. So Lacola, I'd brought it up with somebody recently, and they were like, hey man, when I moved to California, my friends weren't hanging out as much, or that's what I was hearing anyways from, a couple of parties involved. And my buddy was like, I think you were kind of like the one that was calling everybody, and, you'd be asking people if they want to go out, or, you'd get A and B together to hang out with D, who would never hang out with. So I was kind of like the glue, right?
Yep, the linchpin.
Yeah. And then I didn't know this till this year, but my mother told me. I always thought Lacola was just a French derivative name, because that's what my dad would say. He's nuts, but
that's another podcast.
I believed him. Yeah, it's a whole other podcast. But actually, Lacola means the glue.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did tell me that.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
That threw me for a spin.
Yeah.
And I'm a saint. Domenico. Oh, look at that shadow on the wall. Looks like a little man.
So, but the listeners can't see that, so.
No, they can't.
Let's keep it moving.
He's got a big, thick body.
So anyways, that's the story to kind of how we all know each other.
Sure, yeah.
The reason for this podcast is because you're an interesting motherfucker.
Well, I don't know.
No. I'm telling you this.
You're telling me.
I'm not asking for.
I don't have any input.
No. I'm not asking for. No,
okay.
Because you just have a lot of shit like going on.
Okay.
And you can talk for hours, and I think you're an interesting person to listen to.
Well, thank you, man. That's really nice, and I know I joke a lot, and that's a very nice thing to say to somebody, I think. Mm-hmm. I never feel like anybody actually speaks to me that way, so it's nice of you to say that.
So I'm going to let you decide how this podcast goes.
Yeah.
It's your thing, and I'll be here to bounce things off of.
It's going to be random.
Okay.
So, if the listener likes music, they like comedy. I've gotten big into Pokemon cards recently.
So I don't know anything about that. So you're gonna have to tell me about that.
I'd have to educate you, and maybe we can do some videos here and there. I can play you guys some of my songs. I can share some of what I've done and what I've had to deal with being a somewhat unsuccessful musician. Some people would say they'd laugh and they'd say yeah, right. And to me, I do feel that way. I do feel like a somewhat unsuccessful musician because
wow, way to bring it down.
Yeah, I've never felt like embraced.
How are you not successful?
So I feel successful. That's why I say the reason I say somewhat is because no, I said somewhat unsuccessful. So the reason I chose those words is because, yes, I've wanted to have experiences in music. I've wanted to.
Haven't you experienced?
Well, we're at our 10 minutes. Do we have your permission to go into the?
Yeah, can we keep going?
What have you experienced in your beat
He's asking, what haven't I experienced as a musician?
to make you somewhat unsuccessful?
So I guess my thing with that would be having live shows or sharing original music. No, I know. I've had live shows, but building that audience of people that are gonna, they want to help you, like promote your stuff and talk to their friends about it.
It's to you.
In a way, it is though.
How are you unsuccessful? You have to promote you. It's not them.
Yes, of course. It's draining though. It takes the life out of me, if I'm honest with you. I can't do it anymore. I can't sell myself to people.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it takes the life out of me, and I don't have it left. So I'm reaching out to people now, and I'm saying, I need you to be with me on this so that I can keep going. That's where I'm at with it.
Wow.
I gotta call you out. Why can't you keep promoting yourself?
Well, yeah. So
Saying, hey, check out
it was the years of creating things and sharing them with people and feeling so excited about it, and I'm a very solo type person, so I like to be by myself a lot. So I'm not in scenarios that are like, I like when people, as a person, I'm somebody that likes to hear from people like about stuff. So if I share something I really love and I've been working on for years with my friends and none of them have a word to say, it literally, it's like somebody pointed a gun
Yeah, but you know
at
what,
my
dude?
chest and
Dude.
shot me.
Dude, you know what?
Expect it to just go.
No, I'm not saying fuck those guys because they're your friends.
Yeah.
But like, fuck their opinion. You know what I mean? Like, just
It's innate though. It's in us. You want your peers to recognize you.
I know, but
Facebook is
one
not gonna make you
Facebook
successful.
posts mean you release something? It's like
You also haven't recorded anything in
Yeah.
in 7
I mean,
years.
I've recorded things,
In
but
seven-
not like a main release.
7 years.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna?
We're doing that this year.
No, I know.
We're the band's together. We have Kevin O'Brien and Brian Daigle from Fear Nuttin' Bands on bass, and we were in a band before together, and we're all tuned in and dialed in.
So this is what's happening. The world is sick of not having enough Dom Nicola. So this podcast is going to sort that.
I don't know if they can hear you, by the way.
They can. I can hear them.
Oh, okay.
I don't even care. Because Dom's going to start putting out some stuff. Songs. He's going to school you on some Pokemon.
Yeah.
He was
I
going
do love the
to
Pocket Monsters.
give his infinite philosophy about life.
Oh, and we're talking about
everything.
video games, too.
And video games.
This is all stuff that I don't know about,
Yeah.
so you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to tell
The
me. about it.
crossovers.
You got to sell Bunker on it. That's
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
That's the Dom Nicola podcast.
Sure.
The
I
name of the
streamed
show
for a
is
little while.
Nicola.
I did some
What
streaming.
does Nicola mean again?
The glue.
The glue. That's
Yeah.
your podcast
Yeah, the
show.
glue.
The glue.
The glue.
The Glue by Dom Nicola.
Oh,
There it
yeah.
is. That's
Yeah.
the name.
Glue it together.
Well-
Welcome to the Glue.
This is welcome to the glue. This is your team.
Is it Dom the Glue, or is it just the glue?
The Glue with Dom Nicola and Bunk.
Okay. Beats by Bunk? Or?
Just Bunk.
Okay.
Just Bunk.
Any shout outs you guys want to give?
Yo, I want to give a shout out to my main man, Buzz Aldrin, because he was the first bloke landed on the moon.
Yo,
right?
they actually never went to the moon, but that's another podcast. we
Yo,
can
I
talk
was,
about. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but like, I done spoke with someone who was mates with him, and he did.
They went to the moon. They just faked the footage.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Shout out to Bobby Lax. Shout out to Pat Bunker, Sean P. Rogan.
Shout out to my brother Bobby. He puts up fucking 250 like
220 like it's coming.
like a cupcakes.
I
Kid.
thought you said he puts out.
He does too though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Watch out, everybody. This isn't for kids, by the way. Don't let your kids listen to this.
Nah, fuck that.
I don't like kids much.
I do. I got 2 of them. They're awesome.
These guys,
yeah.
no, they're great. Kids are great. I don't like that.